This is a whole lot of dessert. I'm gonna have some trouble finishing.
Hey guys, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. My name is Julia Nowstaljia. So in this video, we'll be trying some of the Japanese desserts that I found in my city in Toronto. Cheesegarden, Hattendo, and Oishii. Okay, without further ado, let's get started. So we'll be trying Cheesegarden's limited edition Sakura strawberry cheesecake. So in this one, we get one of these cups with a wooden spoon. And there's also a little coaster. And then you also get these two little cookies. And here comes the cheesecake. How pretty is that? There are little gold flakes on it too. It's very pretty. I don't really want to cut into it. Okay, so there's a piece of film. So if you can see, there is a layer of jelly and the cheesecake. There's actually 4 different layers. It looks very bouncy too, so let's give it a shot. I feel like there's jello too, like this part right here. So this is the jelly, the jello, and I'm not sure what that is. Okay, so there's custard pudding, Sakura jam, and also strawberry. And the top layer is Sakura mizu yukan. If I'm butchering the pronunciation, forgive me. So let's give it a try. It's very rich, but the pudding, it melts in your mouth, and also the jelly part, which is really good. And now I'm going to try the bottom layer. The texture is not as thick and creamy like the cheesecake that we sell in North America. It melts in your mouth and it's not too heavy. It's perfect. And the bottom is just right. It's a tiny little piece of cake that you can have. The whole thing together, let me try it all together to see what it would taste like. It's like an explosion of different flavors that just mixes right inside your mouth. It tastes really good. And with the jam, you can taste the strawberry as well. So this is actually really good. And the top layer, the jello part, it literally, like, you put it in your mouth and it just melts. It's perfect. Let's try this little cookie. Struggling for real. So there are dried fruits in here. And the top layer, I believe, is chocolate. It is crunchy, but at the same time, to me, it kind of tastes like a nougat. So there's dried fruits and nuts in there. I just had a dried piece of fruit, and there's an almond piece in here. So the top layer is strawberry chocolate. And this, like, I would say it's sweet, but it's not overly sweet. It's perfect. You can have this with a glass of milk, water, even bubble tea. But if you have bubble tea or boba, I would suggest that you get some with less sugar, because this is a little sweet, but for my own taste, right? But if you do like sugar, you should, I guess, get 100% sugar. But this is not bad. So this is limited edition. I'm not sure if they'll still do it after the end of the month. Maybe they will. And you did have to pre-order in advance to pick up on a date. But this is actually really good. I am pretty surprised. So if you can, or if you have the chance to try this, definitely do try this. It's not your typical North American cheesecake for sure. The different layers and the different textures, it's like an explosion of flavor in your mouth. So you definitely have to give this a try. So the next item we're going to try are the Mochi Donuts. I know I'm a little bit late to the game, but better late than never, right? I love mochi, so I can't wait to try it. I picked these up from my local bakery called Oishii Sweets, but these are made by Isabella's, and Isabella, they're the first ones to make these donuts in Toronto. So let's get started. We have 6 different ones over here. They're the special flavors for this month. So give me 1 second and I'll let you guys know what flavors we'll be trying. So there's grape chew, there's raspberry cheesecake, lychee sakura, black sesame, cinnamon bun, and chrysanthemum. Okay, so let's get started. I'll leave my phone here to remind me of the flavors. Please. Okay. So we're going to try this one right here. I think this is probably the sesame. So this one I'll break. The sesame flavor is definitely very strong, and the donut itself is very chewy. It's not your typical donut. I quite like it. Let's try another one. So this one, it has a little glaze over it, and the cover itself, like this one, it has a lot of chocolate, but with this one, it's just a little bit of glaze. And this is really sweet, but it's not too sweet. And I think this is the lychee sakura one. Let me give it another try. You can definitely taste both the lychee and the sakura. And this one, this is probably the grape chew. If you guys had that candy. This one is covered with a lot of chocolate as well. And it's like the same shape as all the other ones. It tastes exactly like the candy. Let's move on to the next one. So we have this one right here. I think this is the raspberry cheesecake. So the chocolate itself, it's a little bit too sweet for my own taste, but I can see people liking it. And with the donut itself, it's a good combination. So it's sweet, the chocolate part is sweet, but the donut itself, it balances it out. But it's still a little sweet for my taste, but I know other people will love it. So we have 2 more right here. So we have the cinnamon bun and also the chrysanthemum. This one has a lot of chocolate. I think this is probably the cinnamon one. Or maybe this is the cinnamon one. I can't tell what this is. It just tastes like white chocolate, but it's a whole lot of chocolate. Again, it's too sweet for me, but I know other people will love it. Somebody with a sweet tooth. This is too much chocolate for me. So let's try this one, which I'm pretty sure is cinnamon. This one has, I think it's chocolate too, but it's not as thick as the other one for sure. So let's try this one. This is definitely cinnamon. Again, this is too sweet for me, the flavor personally, but I know people would find this very enjoyable. Overall, I find the Mochi Donut pretty good, different than your regular donut for sure. I will probably opt in for one of these Mochi Donuts than to buy a donut from the donut shop for sure. But all of these, most of them are too sweet for me, but again, a lot of people will enjoy it. So the overall texture of the donut itself is really good. I would recommend these for people with a sweet tooth, and also for people who's never tried any of these Mochi Donuts before. Definitely give it a try. So if you haven't tried it before and you love sweets, definitely go for a whole box so you can get a variety. But if you haven't, just get one because it might be too sweet, right? And if you have a whole bunch of friends you can share it with, by all means get the whole box. So if you haven't already tried these, do give it a try. Okay, so we're moving on to the last few items, and they're from a Japanese store called Hattendo, and they're from Japan, and they're famous for their Japanese cream buns. So they opened recently in Toronto not too long ago, and they're currently holding their seasonal limited edition items as well. So let's get started. So we have one of these. This is a mango sandwich. And I also got their mango pudding. And what they're famous for, their custard cream buns. So I got 6 different ones. Okay, good. They do have the names behind so I can tell you guys what I'm having because I kind of forgot. So if you do get 6 of them, it's tax-free. So I got 6 of them mainly because I wanted to try it. So I got the Ujikintoki. I'm sorry if I'm butchering the pronunciation. And this one is the cream bun custard. And I also have it in chocolate and in mango, obviously, and in red bean. And the last one is the melon one. So it's a melon bun and the inside is matcha. So let's get started and try them all. Get my plate ready. So the first one we're going to try is the red bean one. So these you do have to put it in your refrigerator to make sure that you know the inside is not melted. Oh, look at that. Oh, the red bean filling is very rich and creamy and it's not too overpowering and it's not overly sweet, which is really good. Okay, this one we're going to try is the chocolate. You know, when I first opened this, right now, it kind of reminded me of Nutella, but Nutella is very thick and creamy and heavy, but this one, it's very light. And the chocolate, it melts inside your mouth, which is perfect. And this one we're trying is, I think this is also the red bean, but with matcha. Because I don't want to say I don't want to try to pronounce it. I might butcher the pronunciation. So there's red bean and also matcha. So this is not like the first one that we tried, whereas the first one, it's creamy, and this one, the red bean, it's not mushed yet. So let's try this one. Oh, this one's perfect. It's like the perfect combination of red bean and also green tea, and it's not overly sweet. Once again, it's just the right amount of sweetness. So this one I highly recommend as well. This is the original one. Again, this one is really good as well. It's not overly sweet. It's just right. Okay, this is the mango one. Look at that. The mango flavor is so good. It's like I'm having a mango smoothie. It's like a party inside my mouth. And this one, this is matcha. And this is one of the last ones of the buns. So this one is a little bit different compared to the other ones. Like the texture and the way it feels, it kind of feels like a scone. The bun itself, it's a little bit crunchy and it's not like the other buns. This one, it does kind of remind me of a scone. This one I highly recommend for you to try for sure. Like if you were to go inside the store and if you want to try two, definitely go for one of these with a black wrapper, and then go for any one of the ones that I just tried. They're all really good, but this one you have to try. So these are all the ones, the custard buns. So I'm just gonna move this aside, and then we're going to try their sandwich. So it's a very big piece of mango inside, and then there's also, I think, whipped cream, and it's not overly sweet. I haven't had a piece of the mango yet. Let's give it a try. The mango itself, the store obviously doesn't have any power over it. It is a little bit sour, but because of the cream, it balances us out. So it's like the perfect combination. And the bread itself, it's nothing special, but this is a pretty interesting combination. I've never actually had any fruit sandwich before, so this is definitely very interesting. And the last item we're going to try is their mango pudding. It's actually really cute. So they have tiny little mango chunks inside, if you can see. It's very rich and creamy, and like, if you compare this to regular North American pudding, the pudding here, like it's a little bouncy, but this one, it almost feels kind of like a mousse. And it melts. It melts inside your mouth right away. And it's like the perfect sweetness. It's not sweet at all. So this one I highly recommend as well. Okay, so these are all the items that I've taste tested today. Overall, if you have the capacity to try them all at once, please do try it. But if you don't, try one at a time. If you have an extra sweet tooth, go for the Mochi Donuts. If you don't, try one. Because all 6 for just one person is way too much. And for Hattendo, with the custard cream buns, get the one with the black wrapper for sure, one for sure, and then one of the other ones. And try out their pudding. This fruit sandwich, you can try it, you don't have to try it. But if you are hungry and you want a sandwich, give it a shot if you never had any of these fruit sandwiches before. It's nice to try for once, but I wouldn't get this again. That's just me. And then for the cheesecake, that's a definite yes. And I mean, like, you get one of these tiny little cute cups, right? And it has a little like wooden spoon, which is really cute. And you also get a little coaster. So I would definitely recommend you guys to try them. Thank you all so much for tuning in today. I really appreciate you guys. So today we tried 3 different places, and if you want me to try anything else, leave it in the comment section below, and I would love to try it and give you guys my 2 cents. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button and also turn on your notification. Until then, see you all next time.